Hi everybody, it's Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and I'm a little late on this, and I'm sorry, but I did have a surgical procedure. I had injections done today. I feel like one of the harness kids on Falling Skies have been needled from my neck all the way down, but this is a quick lesson that it's not going to bother me to do real quick. But I've been asked by several people how I shade in my stamps with my watercolor pencils and why I like my watercolor pencils. And you'll see why. But I'm going to use Stays On ink, my H2O marker, my glass block with my stamp, and you guys know how I do my stamps here. And then my Kimberly watercolor pencils. I have 24 of them here. And I'm actually going to be doing this one, but I'm going to show you how I stamp so that you guys can see this. Now I use Stays On ink jet black because of the fact that you don't want it to bleed when you're using water. So when you guys start to ink your stamps, don't put your stamp down on the ink pad because it's not going to be right. What you need to do is you take the stamp pad itself and you dab it. Now if it has eyes and you know by previously stamping that they don't like to work very well, I do rub over a little bit so that the eyes will catch, but not a whole lot because you don't want a whole lot of the ink in the grooves, and you should always clean your stamps afterwards. So obviously I inked it up from the top down, and I'm going to stamp the image. I'm going to apply even pressure to the whole thing, and it should come out perfect. Now, don't quote me, but it should. And it did. Now, the eyes are okay because the eyes you can fix. It's not a problem. But the rest of the image did work out. So, you can always run a black permanent pen or gel pen in the eyes. So, don't worry about the eyes. If it's just the eyes, it's still a good image. Even if you got one here. Now, I did a bunch of them that these are going in my mother-in-law's mini albums. And if you can see the little girl, it came out perfect on the cheerleader. But the first time I did it, I didn't get enough pressure. And now, that's not because there wasn't enough ink. There wasn't enough pressure. But because it's not clear stamp, you can't necessarily go over. But you can use a black pen, and you can go over the lines with a fine tip. So, that's why I have different thicknesses of pens. So, since I already have one that's cut, thanks to my daughter Kim, weirdly enough, we will be using, here honey, put those over on my table. And if you want to put the stamps up, I have a little bit of help because I really can't move. I feel like a stiff board. And I don't need my ink, so if you can get this, all I need is my watercolor. Now, I always do the flesh tone first. And my flesh tone is right here. I actually use that one the most. Now, I just color in her face, and I want you guys to see, I'm going to pull up